Today's lesson is on multiplying whole numbers by decimals. So we have today some problems where we are multiplying by a single digit, which is pretty easy, and other times where we're multiplying by a double digit. How do we multiply whole numbers by decimals? Well, it's no different than when we multiplied whole numbers by whole numbers. So let's just say this boy has a baseball ticket and it costs $26. Now, the price of admission used to be that, but this year it increased by 0.17 times. So what operation do you think you'd use to figure out what the new price is? Aaron? You'd use multiplication. What word gave you a hint back here that you would multiply? Increase, and what else? What other word did you notice in what I said that should have told you that you should multiply? Will? The word times. X times the amount. That's right. So we're going to multiply, and we're going to take last year's ticket, which was $26. Now we can write that just like this, 26. And we're going to multiply it times 0.17. That's the same thing as 17 hundredths. Now, this 0 here is optional. It doesn't matter if you put it in or not. It does not change the answer. The decimal doesn't necessarily come straight down, like when we were adding and subtracting. That's how it was then. Today, it pretty much will come straight down, but next week we're going to multiply decimals times more decimals, and then we can't do it that way. So what I like you to think of as, if the decimal started right here, how many spots did it move to the left? Well, that's what you're going to move it in your answer, is 2 to the left. So this problem is done no differently than how we did double digit by double digit multiplication. We multiply our first partial product, just like this. 6 times 7, 6 times 1, 6 times 0. Lay it down, please, Darius. Yep. Then we move over to the 10 spot. We can't forget our placeholder, our 0. Now we have two partial products. We can add them up and eventually find our final answer, which is, can anybody do that in their head? You're right, 442. So we're going to do a few of these together. Sometimes problems are stacked like this, which make them very easy to do. What would you do if the problem was horizontal? Let's say if you would what, Sam? Or, excuse me. You would write it up and down. It's very tough to do side to side. I wouldn't want to try. 2 times 8? 16. 2 times 9? 18. Plus one more? 19. Okay, now, how many times did this move to the right? 1. So down in our answer, we're going to move it 1. Please make sure that your decimal is nice and big and fat and dark today so that we can see it. So your answer is 19.6. Will? Do we need to do like the little No. Nope, you do not. Not today. Not today. So like I said, these are pretty easy because we're multiplying by a single digit. We'll do another one like this, but then we're going to move on to a little bit tougher times here. Emma, help me out. 6 times 7. No. 7, 8. 56. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 6. Aiden? 48 plus 5 more. 53. Thank you. 5, 3. 8 times 0. Plus 5 more. 5. Okay, how many spots did our decimal move here? From the end, it moved 2 spots in. So from this end, we're going to move it 2 spots in. 5.36 is our answer. Brendan, why don't you come up? We've got an open spot in the front. Grab your iPad so that it's ready for you. Oh, here's an example of a horizontal one. What would we do with that? Aaron? we would rewrite it the up and down way. Now, I'm not going to put in the 0 because I know that it's really not going to change my answer. It's just a placeholder. 3 times 7? 21. 3 times 5? Plus 2 more? 3 times 4? Plus 1 more? How many spots did the decimal move? 1, 2, 3. There's my answer. 1.371. That's the same thing as 1 and 371 thousandths. Okay. Last practice problem with just me. It does not matter which you put on top and which you put on the bottom, right? Right? That's right. So this one, a little bit tougher because we have two partial products. So let's cover up the 5 and just start with the 3. Sarah, help me out. Do you have any idea how to start this problem? No? And we spent so much time on these problems only a few weeks ago. Darius? We take 3 times 4 and then 3 times 3, Sarah. Now do you remember? 3 times 4 is what? 3 times 3? Plus 1 more. First partial product, done. Alan, we're done with the 3, done with the 1. 5 times 4, 5 times 3. Help me out. Placeholder. Thank you, Will. 20. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. Now I can add these all up, and I am set, right? What did I forget? America, where would my decimal go? Sorry, this doesn't look like a very good 8. 1 spot from the end, right here. That's it. You guys ready to try some? Okay, grab your iPads. Please begin with a blank page. Oh, what? A stylus? Great idea. Okay. You know what I forgot to have you guys do? When we're done with this, I'll have to have you do it. I forgot to have you take a 3-point Schoology quiz on yesterday's assignment. We'll get to that, but not yet. Yes? They should be okay till the end of the day, don't you think? Yeah. If you would remind me at the end of the day, Will, gosh, I would have. At the end of math, you guys are going to have to power them off because we need them to take our quiz for science today. All right, here goes. First problem. Today's secret password is frog. Today on my way to work, I watched a frog hop across the road. And yesterday when we were watching Brain Pop, I noticed that this time of year, we don't see many frogs. Do you remember why? They like to hibernate. Yeah, it's not called hibernating. It's called something else, but they hide underground. Yep. So he must have been looking for his house because it's cold out for that poor guy. All right, Cole, help me out. If you're not done, it's okay. Keep working. That's right, 39. You put the decimal in the wrong spot. Yeah. You put it. Where should the decimal go? Between what two numbers? That's right. Frog. Aaron. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 3 more is 39. So the 3 goes here and the 9 goes here. So you are off by 3 there. 2.190. Okay, moving on. Let's do another. Sam. Maybe he should sit up here always by Sam. He just doesn't do anything. Okay, who would like to talk me through this one? Dathan's turn. Nice and loud. Is?
15. And 3 times 9, 27 plus 1 is 28.
There you go.
And then 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14.
Looks good.
And put the move the decimal 1 over, so it's between 8 and 5.
Final answer, Frog. 148.5. Looks good, everybody. Okay, little bit tougher this time. Are you ready? Oop, you put it in the wrong spot, Aiden. You were only supposed to move the decimal 1 spot. That's okay. You'll get it next time. Okay, now I'm going to go double digit by double digit. So go to a clean screen. Here goes. 23 hundredths times 19. If it's okay. We'll see how this goes. You're doing great, Eileen. Put in your placeholder and go to the next number. Placeholder, Eileen. Do you remember where it goes? Under the 7. Under the 7 is a 0. That's called your placeholder. Now we're done with the 9 and done with the 2, so maybe you should cross them out. So there you go. No, you don't need 1 times 3. You don't need to look that up. You can do that on your own. All right, Caden's going to talk me through this one nice and loud. Nine times 3 is 27. Plus 2 more is 20, okay? Now we're done with the 9, done with the 2. What comes next? Don't forget about your placeholder. Is. And 1 times 2 is. And when we add up our partial products, you got. Okay, where does the decimal go? Between the 4 and the 3, we move it over 2 from the end. Good work. Good work. We're set. Okay, let's do another one. Double digit. Oh, Frog. I forgot Frog. It's okay if you erase. I'll take those who did. 4.37. Is your decimal in there, Brendan? Looks good. Okay. Next one. I think this is going to be our last one because this should all be reviewed to you. There we go. Alexis, get working, please. Eileen, put in your placeholder now. Go ahead. Aaron Lingen, go ahead and talk me through this one. It's okay if you're not done. The rest of you, keep going, Aaron. Is 7 times 5 plus 2 more. Don't forget your placeholder. Next. Then